Okay, legends, welcome back to the channel with another Etheria restart video. In this video, we'll be talking about the cubic game, and I will give you some tips and tricks how to get your value upgraded, and how did I get light and dark summons from there, and how I got 5 summons or 3 summons, I think, tickets. Every time I go there, I just maximize my profit, and I will show you how to do that, or explain it to you if you didn't know, or if you knew but you didn't know how to put the synergy. It's basically easy. You go to the challenge, it's in a limited event, that's the cubic. Now, I'm on day 4, you need to clear it 4 times to get to Nightmare, then you're gonna get to Inferno. It becomes a little bit harder, but you can see that the rewards are very, very much needed, and you wanna go and grind for them. So this is the grid that we're going. So this is a new card that we got. So swap the positions of any 2 blessings, Eminence, or on the board. We might need to swap, but I would love to capitalize my profit here, so I'm not gonna swap. I'm gonna take this one and I'm gonna put it down. I think I'm gonna put it down to buff both of them, so maybe I can get one in the middle and buff everybody else. So we're gonna go and stick with this. I'm gonna keep it here. We got another swap, I think. No, it's the same. I didn't put it. My bad. Okay, so confirm selection. We confirm it. Splitting game. Select one from the 3 enemies and place them in the designated base grid. Okay, so we can pick one and put it somewhere that we need. We can do that, and we can actually make it better, but I think that the best thing right now is to buff these like this. Yeah, I think this is the best one. So we might focus on only 2. Now this one buffs whatever you put here. So this one, as you see, it's vertical. You can get it in any shape. So if you're gonna get it as purple, you wanna buff the ones that you picked here. So if I put it beside my or my characters here, I don't get a star right up. But if I get it on the square, I get a right up on the square. So it buffs actually the outcome here. So I can put it here as well. It will buff also the one down there beside it. So we can put it here. We can put it here. I want to put it in a way that I don't go and affect all my line. So maybe I can get the box. I can put the box here and it will hit 2 of them. So I might put it up there. Maybe up there is the way to go. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it up there. So here we go. We buffed it. Now you can buff it again. So we can put it down here and we can buff it again. And again, we can buff the outcome of this. Now, the main thing that I'm doing here wrong, which is not focusing on DokiDoki and not focusing on Hellkit. Now, if you have a light and dark one, you need to focus on them because they give you higher rewards, and there where you get the actual summons from the light and dark. So if you want to get light and dark ticket summons, you're gonna go and buff them actually and forget about the normal ones. So I already buffed the normal ones. I think I can go and pretty much go like this or like this. So I'm gonna buff the 3 of them here. So I'm gonna buff DokiDoki as well. We can go like this. And this one, this is the grid that I was talking about. This is super important if you can hit everything on it. So if we can we hit anything? Now we can hit 1, which is pretty bad. Can we hit 2? This is hitting 1. I need it to be here actually, below Chiaki. That would help me a lot, but we can't get it, so I'm not gonna use it. Can we use this one actually to buff multiple units? Now we can buff 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we can buff 1, 2, 3 actually with this one. I'm gonna keep it. This is actually nice. Now we can buff this again. We can put it here and it might buff 1, 2. So it will buff 2 of the units actually. So it will help us out. Can we do it better? I think this is the best one because it's buffing +1/+1 here. As you see, the +1 on top of them. So this will buff the one on DokiDoki and Hellkit, and the other one that is on Chiaki. I'm gonna leave it. So hopefully we can get another one. Yes, we do. So I can use this actually to buff. What could we buff? We could buff the one in the down there. I want to buff something up. Can we buff something up? No, actually I can't buff it, so I can use this probably to buff DokiDoki a little bit. Maybe remove it and get this and get another star and +2 on DokiDoki. Now that might be crazy because it will give us +2 actually. On this one it will give me +1. On up there it will give me +1. But since it's buffed for these 2, I might use it here, and here we go. We got +2/+2. Again, replace 1 enemies on the cube board. Select one from. Yeah, I can replace one. I can use you and replace you here. I can use it instead of DokiDoki. Yeah. Okay, we got another DokiDoki. Yep, we can start the challenge. So we have 2 DokiDoki to defeat actually. This one will give me these rewards. This one will give me major rewards actually. This is what you want to go for. So now we're gonna go and try to defeat DokiDoki, the golden one, and we're gonna try and set up a good lineup for that. Now, actually, it's not that hard, actually, if you have one unit to sustain somebody with defense buff and stuff like that, or with attack buff. So there's water, we can use water, and or blue, we can use blue, and there's we can use green. Green deals a lot of damage actually to them, and there's a light unit, which is DokiDoki. I'm not gonna use Tiamat here, I'm not gonna use Linglu, and I'm gonna keep Freya, because Freya is actually green and she can deal damage. Let's remove Kraken. We're gonna play Heinrich, because Heinrich is a dark unit. Now, if you don't have Heinrich, there's another unit I think you can use, which is Victor. Victor is absolutely insane, but I didn't build him, so I'm not gonna use him here. And we can use Marvel. Actually, Marvel in every content, he's great. And we can use our Sanya as a healer, because she's also green and she will deal a lot of damage to the blue units. So now we can start. Now, I built my units on speed, especially on Marvel for PvP. Absolutely fantastic. So we're gonna start, and look how he pushed everybody in the turn meter back to the end of the line. With Heinrich, we're gonna apply the debuffs, and we're gonna deal the damages, the most damages actually, to DokiDoki, because Heinrich is a dark unit. We're gonna buff our attack, and later we're gonna buff our defenses, because I don't think they will get a lot of turns before we get a lot of turns. So we can actually, with the first skill, go and reduce the turn meter of DokiDoki. Hopefully we can do that, and yes, we did. So we push her back again to the back line. And now, can we go again? And yes, we can. So who's next after this? It's DokiDoki. So I'm gonna silence her, because probably we're not gonna have a turn, and we're gonna go and hit her again with Heinrich. She's silenced. No, she wasn't silenced. Maybe because this boss doesn't get silenced or something like that, but you can play with their turn meter. Did we get stunned? We did get stunned, but we can cleanse with our beautiful Sanya. So can we cleanse him from the stun, hopefully? Okay, we cleansed the debuff, but not the stun, which is kind of crazy. Let's go and do defensive buff. And now we lost his turn. Can we not get frozen? Okay, we didn't get frozen. Good effect accuracy on the lineup, to be honest. And here we go. We can go and attack DokiDoki now. And she's buffing her lineup. We need to use the ultimate of our Marvel again. Okay, here we go, Marvel. And this is the ultimate. Push everybody back. Yup, and now we can go again. Now, with my green units, I can go and target the blue units, because they deal extra damages to them. Now, who's going next? It's RC77. I'm gonna hit RC77, and we push him back behind, as you see. Actually, the manipulation is absolutely fantastic. Now, there's another unit, one on the left or the right. We don't care. I'm gonna push Kraken so he doesn't go and freeze us. And we're gonna go and actually try to kill R77 first. We're gonna take some hit, and R77 again, so we're gonna push him back. We couldn't push him back, sadly, because maybe he was pushed to the brim, so he had 0% on his turn meter. This is why we couldn't push him again, because there's a limit to the pushing. You can't push them forever. They will come up in the end and go and have their turn. So this is basically how the game goes. So who's there? R77 again. We're gonna push him a little bit. We couldn't push him. A little bit of effect accuracy. Maybe we can push everybody on the lineup, because they took their turns. Yes, and we did push them, and we killed R77. Let's go after Kraken now. I didn't do the AoE, my bad. So we're gonna do it later after this round. And who's the one that's going, right or left? I forgot. Let's hit you. Okay, it was the right one. Correct assumption from me. And here we go. Apply debuffs and more damages with Heinrich. I just love Heinrich against light units. He's absolutely fantastic. Now, we can't silence. Maybe we can silence Kraken. Yep, we did silence Kraken. We can do the attack buff and deal a lot of damage. I built Freya on some attack gear, attack damage. So this is why she's dealing a lot of damages. I love to make my supports deal a little bit of damage, because sometimes they render themselves useless. Let's hit Kraken. We couldn't really put him back, but he couldn't do his second skill and freeze us. He couldn't do his ultimate and freeze us, so this is a W because we silenced him. And now we kill DokiDoki. And next we kill Kraken. Let me kill Kraken really quick. Here we go. Bye-bye, Kraken. So we didn't need to use our buffs. Now we can put them back behind. As you see, we are back on turn meter. They are back on the turn meter. Now we go forward, and now we can kill them. Easy peasy. So let me target you, because we're gonna do... can you kill? Freya can kill, I guess. And silence, double hit. Okay, that's great. So now we can kill you. And then hopefully we can kill the other one. Easy peasy. And this was it. Look at the rewards. Now we got 3 shards of this one. Now if you built a lot of shards, you're gonna in the end go and accumulate yourself the lattice, I think, or lattice. I don't know how they pronounce it. It's not for characters. It's not meaning that if you get 50, you get a shard from a character, a complete character. No, you get the lattice actually, and this is what you want. The books, I love them so much because it will give me a lot of XP and Etheria coins. which is something super valuable in this game, and we need to farm it a lot. Yeah, that was it, basically it. This is how easy you can make it, and I went above the golden before, and I did it on the easy mode. On the hard mode, now on the hardest mode, I think you can swap characters, so this is even better. On the nightmare mode, whenever it gets released, or we hit the mark for it, I'm gonna go and make a video about it again. And yeah, I hope this helped you. Let me know how lucky you were, and could you get something above golden in the nightmare, and I'll be seeing you in the next one.